better. Girl, it never felt better. Oh, better, better. Girl, it never felt.
Who put this together? Whose idea was this?
Everybody said.
This is. Okay, I'll take credit. It was mine. Everybody, I put TGT together, at least for this interview. And we're going to make it happen.
So you put that together for me. That's
Bring to the table. It's every gamut of entertainment. But what can we, as fans of all of you guys and all your music, what can we look forward
The
to?
beauty of having, Tyrese in the group is that, he's so powerful on that end and that facet of entertainment. Like he brings that crazy, large-scale international entertainment value to the group. You know what I mean? Which R&B doesn't really have. You know what I mean? So that's another part that helps us hurdle a lot of those fences that we would normally, in normal R&B urban situations, run into and have to figure out how to get through it and around. You know what I mean? So I just asked him earlier today, man, I want to be in one of the movies, man. I've done a movie or two, But Genuine's done a movie or two. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a TGT movie.
Oh, don't forget that.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, and he's an author as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he knows that terrain so well. So
To respond even further, I just think ultimately that's what like fellowship and just friendship represents. You may not want to do certain things, but you're capable of it. But maybe fear or I've never done it before stops you from going all out into these other genres. And so when you're rocking with somebody, it seems a little more possible to go from doing this, mastering this, and trying to master other areas. I'm not the only one with a story to tell, so I'm not the only author. Just maybe it seems a little more possible that they can write a book and tell their story, because you see, I wrote two. Working on my third. Like, that's what it's about. And at this point, it's not that I'm the wealthiest or the most, I'm inspired by taking advantage of all of these God-given things that we have access to. If you can have your people or yourself to make some phone calls to get off into these areas and situations that you've never done before, then why are those calls not being made? The only limits are the ones that you create for yourself. So nobody's going to know what kind of money I'm making to write a book. They're just going to say, is it a good book or not? Is he writing a book or not? And if I did it, they can do it too.
Platforms to really push our message out, and the unity of the three of us makes that message more of something that people will probably want to see. You know what I mean? You could probably see a tweet come from an individual and be like, oh, okay. But then you see a tweet coming from all three of us, like, boy, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You just kind of spikes, you know what I'm saying? Your interest right there. Let me see, you know what I'm saying? All three of them, what they doing? You know what I mean? And so it's that, like I said, it's that power behind everything that we're able to access technologically, you know what I mean, that's going to help advance R&B to a new place, you know what I mean, with all of these music.
What's missing from today's R&B landscape?
It's first. I think what's missing from today's R&B landscape, it's just the heartfelt moments, the heart and soul.
Can you shut that door, please? Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I think we're missing those heartfelt moments. You know what I mean? Where the songs were really life-changing songs, where it was really some stuff we had been through. You know what I mean? Or stuff we seen your mama go through. You know what I mean? In those songs, you could take it, learn from it, or say, man, that's crazy. I did the same thing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it wasn't just superficial. It wasn't I just went to the club and popped a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Or I just ran over this babe's house and knocked her down. It was more than that.
Yeah.
It was the conversation leading up to us making love. You know what I mean? It was the eye contact before I even got her number. You know what I mean? It was those moments that I think I'm missing in this.
Just to expand, I mean, yeah, I think the inspiration and motivation for, love and just that heartfelt depth of music that we once had is lost. I just, I very seldom listen to the radio, but when I do, when I hear songs and it's just saying, and I'm not gonna say what because I don't want to disrespect nobody, but when it's just saying just dumb stuff to me, like I'm just like, and that's a hit. So I'm really losing. I really felt like I was losing my value in R&B if I kept listening to that as well. So I just really stopped listening to the radio, and that's one of the major benefits of being in a group of these guys. I know they feel the same way as I feel when it comes to R&B. The love I mean for R&B, they feel like it's missing, just like you heard Tank just say it. So just for us to be in a group and know that that's what it is. I think we're on the right track to just bringing that back, at least from our perspective, at least from what we've grown, and known about music. So, that's pretty much what I feel about today's music.
Some of our fans wanted us to ask certain questions. The question was, what do you feel is missing from the landscape of R&B music today? We got their take. I'd like to have your take as well.
Good. I think what I'm missing is the conviction. I just don't believe. And I think so many people associate having a hit record with being number one. And some of the biggest records in history have not all been number one.
Look at Frank Beverly and Mays. Look at their history. Have they had a number one hit? I have to look at Billboard's history, look at their archives, but those are songs that mean something to my life.
Right. They never even performed on television until the last BT.
Right? So,
They've been performing for over 30 years.
Wow.
And every time I see them, I've seen them, I don't even know how many times at this point, but
that's the whole thing.
I don't care that the song list is the song list. I want to hear that because it relates to my life.
If it's got that conviction, then conviction is longevity. And prior to my last album, I never had a number one single in my whole career. And I'm still here.
You guys are writers, producers in your own right. Are you guys doing that on this project? Talk to me about the production aspect of it.
Yeah, we pretty much taking full control.
You dipped off and got with the inspiration in that.
Yeah.
So I see that.
Yeah. So
I think I just came with the first single.
Yes.
Right here. You need on the record.
I better go record this before it go away. My ADD would have been there. I'm sorry.
I'm going to run through this interview because we don't want to miss the magic.
But yeah, we've all exec our own projects in the past. So there was nothing for us to come together and, the three of us say, hey, this is our project and we want to handle it the way we feel we need to handle it. Because it's not a brand new vision.
Right.
This is something that's been established years on end.
2007, right, was the first time
Yep,
it was
2007.
mentioned
Yep.
that
And so,
CGT was coming.
yeah, so we've been building on this thing, and
And
we
we've
have
been waiting.
we have an idea of what TGT is, what it's supposed to sound, look, smell like we have that. You know what I mean? So we've been just carefully just orchestrating. You know what I mean? From the beauty of it, and I said this in the interview before, is that we probably could have done TGT back then, and TGT would have been good. But the fact that TGT is needed right now is going to make it good.
That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like crying.
You moved. He moved you.
It takes a lot to move this guy.
I see.
Proud of myself.
You're in the spirit this evening. You're in the spirit. So Soul Train Awards weekend 2012. The audience tonight is going to
We got a winner right here. We got a winner right here. We got a winner.
Congratulations. That was beautiful. It's a great project. It was on heavy rotation in my Chrysler.
Hey,
And in my bedroom, tonight is my anniversary, actually 22 years of marriage.
Oh, okay.
So,
Nice.
yes.
You would throw some sex on the painting too.
Yes.
You know, you get a chance just to break it up a little bit, and then the bachelor's gonna really have it on. So just, you know.
Yeah.
Let's put that out there.
I'm just gonna say,
Just don't throw it out there.
Throw it next time.
I mean business beats, right?
Oh man, yeah.
Here we go.
Look, you just do it like that.
You gotta hump your back.
You hold it back?
You gotta hump your back. So, okay. Back to Reach, he won, man. He won for an amazing
An amazing
work of the year.
project.
Yeah. Nobody else could have won.
I mean, it's, you know, I think ultimately, like T said earlier, it's, you know, we can't diminish or devalue what we all bring to this one situation. You know, experience is your highest truth. And we've all been through stuff, politics, labor, egos, drama, bad camps, bad deals, good deals. And for us to be here with this level of clarity and for the things we're not clear about, we will at some point be clear about, it's a real testament of us paying our dues. You know, and I think we had a meeting earlier where we was trying to figure out a situation, and G said something in the meeting that was like, wow. He's like, we should all feel good. I mean, not verbatim, but he's basically the gist of it. We should all feel good in knowing that these are things that we all specialize in individually. Mm-hmm. And it's like when it's time to go over there and do that, ain't nobody needs to step over to take care of that, because that's your specialty, that's yours, and that's his. Mm-hmm. And when, you know, to like make it that simple and plain, it just said, wow, well, I could really find myself wanting to fight for everything when that's not my specialty over there. So, but we also are redefining certain specialties along the way as well. So it's a learning process. I mean, I've been humbled in a few different situations, more than a few, since this thing started. And I'm learning, bumping my head sometimes, but I'm learning. I'm more of a student than I can ever be a teacher. But for the things that I do know and believe in, I'm fight for it. And that's how we rock.
Okay. What do you all plan on doing differently together for the fans that they haven't experienced from you guys individually, as individual artists?
It's going to be different because we are different.
Yeah, and I mean, really, like, for us to make the difference, we definitely have to be the difference. You know what I mean? We have to really set the standard and be the example of what R&B is. You know what I mean? And I think for us to get together and join forces like we have, they really actually know what they're going to get, but they don't know at the same time. And for them to come, for them to come like tonight.
They just, you know what they really want? They really want confirmation.
Right, right.
That's
what
what
is it? Right, what is it?
They just,
they are, but
they
they
do
don't
like,
Is
it in here?
Clear up this ear.
It's big, ain't it?
What's wrong with that?
What's it look
What it looks like.
know.
This they know, but
They know.
that confirmation is just gonna send it over the top. The fact that it is exactly what you thought. It's 3 grown men on stage singing to you,
ready to get it.
a woman.
We're not singing to you, we want you. We ain't just singing
Not
to
just
you,
songs.
we want you.
If you jump out there, you will be God.
Okay, did you get that?
You will be handled. You will be handled
We'll handle.
and treated accordingly.
We'll have the glow
You
tomorrow.
will have
She's so happy.
as well as the walk.
She's so happy.
I blush but we grown.
We
And on that note, we're gonna take it in another direction. Being a part of Atlantic Records, I mean the storied history as far as soul music is concerned, with Atlantic Records. How y'all feel about that? And what do you think your chapter is gonna be about? What's the legacy?
Well,
20 years from now, what's gonna be the
I think that, you know, Terry said it earlier, like we have a responsibility to deliver. And it's based on a lot of things, and that's one of those things. You know, we don't want to be just another group at Atlantic Records
with another deal, with another level of hype.
We want to be on that wall. If we have our way, we want to be at Atlantic Records. You understand what I'm saying? And so that within itself, you know, there's no expiration date.
My God.
No expiration date. Here's the blueprint. Here's how it should be done. And right there you'll see TPT.
Well, on that note, we're gonna wrap this interview. Thank you so much, Joe.
Absolutely.
For
Thank you
taking
so
the
much.
time out.
Happy anniversary.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure, man. Anniversary, man.
Enjoy you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
It all started with a drink, then a